Before LeBron James became a global icon, before the rings, the headlines, the fame, there was one person who believed in him before the world even knew his name. This isn't just a love story, it's the quiet force behind a king. Long before sold-out arenas, flashing cameras, and the deafening roar of millions, LeBron James was just a kid in Akron, Ohio. Life wasn't stable. Every day came with uncertainty. Every night came with pressure. Dreams felt distant, yet expectations were already weighing on his young shoulders. At St. Vincent St. Mary High School, his talent was undeniable. Scouts packed the gym. Reporters trailed his every move. And everywhere he went, whispers followed. This kid is destined to be great. But greatness doesn't erase doubt, fear, or the heavy weight of being watched constantly. And then Savannah Brinson came into the picture. Their story didn't begin with fame, cameras, or headlines. It began in quiet moments, hallway conversations, late-night phone calls, small gestures that mattered more than anyone knew. Savannah didn't fall in love with a superstar. She fell in love with the boy carrying pressure he didn't fully understand, a teenager already bearing the weight of expectations no one asked him to shoulder. Love before success is rare. It's quiet, unproven, and it's tested every day. Most relationships in this stage crumble under distance, scrutiny, and uncertainty. But Savannah stayed. She provided stability, consistency, grounding. While the world focused on LeBron's rise, she remained silent, constant, and unshakable. LeBron leapt straight from high school into the NBA. Everything changed overnight. Fame arrived instantly. Pressure multiplied. Most teenage relationships would have collapsed under that weight. But Savannah stayed, quietly, without cameras, without the spotlight, without needing recognition. Here's the first suspenseful beat. Their relationship was tested every single day, by distance, by expectations, by constant public attention, and yet it endured. That foundation, unseen and unwavering, allowed LeBron not just to rise as a player, but to grow as a man. Because making it to the NBA isn't the hardest part. Surviving it without losing yourself is the real challenge. And Savannah gave him the anchor he didn't know he needed. By the time he faced his first professional season, LeBron wasn't just a prodigy. He was grounded, human, and protected. That quiet support would shape not only his career but his character. Without it, history might have been very different. And here's the first rehook. The people you see on TV are never the full story. The real story, the one that builds greatness, happens behind closed doors, in moments no one else witnesses. The NBA is glamorous on the outside, merciless on the inside. LeBron entered as a teenager, thrust into a world of endless scrutiny, fame, and expectation. Every game dissected, every move analyzed, every decision debated. Fame can elevate or it can destroy. In the middle of that chaos, Savannah made a choice that would define everything. She chose privacy over spotlight. She stayed behind the scenes, creating a safe space where LeBron could simply be human. She didn't chase attention. She didn't compete with the fame. She built normalcy in a world that seemed to thrive on chaos. During career controversies, playoff battles, and record-breaking moments, Savannah never wavered. When the noise threatened to overwhelm, she reminded him who he was. She anchored him when the world tried to define him. Every clutch moment, every comeback, every championship run, she was the unseen foundation. Raising children under constant public scrutiny was another challenge. Savannah prioritized privacy over publicity, structure over chaos, and values over attention. That invisible discipline allowed LeBron to focus, to endure, and to thrive. Here's a mid-story suspense twist. Most relationships collapse under this kind of pressure. Fame tests loyalty relentlessly, but Savannah stayed, not because it was easy, but because it mattered. She became the quiet strength behind a superstar, the one who held everything together when the world expected perfection. LeBron's evolution as a player, and a man, would not have been possible without that unwavering support. Talent gets you noticed. Discipline earns respect. Support determines survival. Savannah wasn't just present, she was essential. And here's another rehook. Behind every moment of greatness, every buzzer beater, every record-breaking game, there was someone protecting him from losing himself. That's the part most fans never see. Because surviving fame, pressure, and expectation isn't about skill alone. It's about the people who keep you grounded when the world tries to sweep you away. And in that silence, Savannah shaped not just a superstar, but a legacy that would endure far beyond the court. By 2013, LeBron James and Savannah Brinson were married, not for the cameras, not for headlines, but as a statement. Commitment before convenience, stability before attention, a quiet promise that had survived years of fame, scrutiny, and relentless pressure. LeBron had achieved what most athletes only dream of: championships, global recognition, and wealth. Yet when he speaks of success, he never begins with trophies. He begins with family. He begins with Savannah. She isn't just his wife. She is his partner, his anchor, his balance. Through career highs and lows, through public scrutiny and endless expectations, she remained constant. Their family became a symbol of groundedness in a world obsessed with chaos. Fame never replaced values. Success never erased humility. LeBron has said basketball is what he does, family is who he is. And Savannah ensured that identity survived the spotlight. Together, they built a private life that was meaningful, resilient, and real. Here's a suspenseful beat. True greatness isn't measured in points, rings, or records. It's measured by what endures when the lights fade. Their relationship, tested before fame, strengthened under pressure, proves it. Long after the final buzzer sounds, after championships fade and headlines are forgotten, this story remains. Legends aren't just made on the court, they are made at home, where loyalty outlasts spotlight, where character outshines fame. Savannah didn't just love LeBron, she anchored him, guided him, and protected him from losing himself in the whirlwind of fame. And that love became the foundation for everything he achieved. Real strength, real legacy, and real greatness are built in private. The people standing behind you, unseen, steadfast, often shape history more than the spotlight ever will. LeBron James became a king on the court, but his greatest victory? The love and loyalty that stood behind him. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real stories of greatness.